Long before science gave us the word dinosaur, people discovered fossils that they couldn't explain. And what they didn't understand, they made into myths and legends that have echoed through the ages. In ancient China, people found dinosaur bones that looked like dragons. They saw the long neck of Mamenchisaurus rising from the desert sands and imagined it as the mythical lung, the dragon that controlled the rain and the rivers. They found the skull of Shantungosaurus and believed it was the head of a dragon. Even the ancient Greek explorers who ventured into Central Asia saw the griffin-like dinosaur and believed that they were actually griffins, the legendary creatures with the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion. These ancient myths, inspired by real fossils, show us that we've been making connections between the past and the present for thousands of years. And who knows, maybe there are other connections waiting to be found if we only look for them. The skulls of prehistoric elephants were so big that ancient Mediterranean peoples assumed they belonged to giants, creatures from mythology. They called them cyclops, one-eyed giants of immense power, and their mythology wove these creatures into the fabric of their stories. But the truth was far stranger than their myths. These skulls weren't from cyclops at all. They belonged to dwarf elephants that evolved on islands, and their size was the product of natural forces, not divine creation. Across the Americas, indigenous peoples developed their own myths based on fossil evidence. They told stories of thunderbirds so powerful their wing beats created thunder and their eyes flashed lightning. These myths were likely inspired by the discovery of massive pterosaur fossils. The ancient Greeks had their own mythology of sea serpents, creatures so massive they could sink ships and were immortal. They told stories of sea monsters that lived in caves under the sea, and their myths often contained elements of truth, reflecting what paleontologists have since uncovered about the creatures that once inhabited the oceans. Today, we continue to be fascinated by these ancient myths, and as we discover new fossils, we weave them into our scientific stories. The truth is stranger than fiction, and the world is full of wonders.